Me and you, we have something in common. Amongst 8 billion other people on this earth, we are all born with time. We all share this common thing, and it's we're all born with a limited amount of time. And the fascinating thing about time is that we all choose to spend it differently. Because, we're all so individual. We all contribute different things to society. We are all gifted in different ways. We have different body compositions, different brain wirings, we have different genetics. Some are taller, some are shorter, some are more gifted in art, some are more gifted in creativity, some are more, we're all so different. And this is great because, if we were all the same as a human species, then, life would be so boring. I don't think there would be a life. I don't think it'd be possible to create a life because, let's think about it. If we don't have people who love farming, then we simply would not have anything to eat. So, this is beautiful. We all choose to spend our time differently, and we know that we have a limited amount of time. Time is abundant, don't get me wrong, but it's limited. It ends somewhere, and we all know where it's going to end, not to be, going down into the deep end of things, but we all know where it's going to end. So, the fact that we have limited time and we have an abundance of time from the moment that we're born, it's a little bit hard to navigate that. Because, let me explain. So, we have an abundance of time. So, we choose to take things that we have in abundance for granted, right? Let me give you an example. So, if I was to tell you right now, hey, congratulations, you are after winning the lottery. This lottery of $100 million. Congratulations. I won the lottery? No way. Like, wow, you're fucking crying, you're so happy. Oh, I have $100 million. What am I going to spend this money on? Whoa, I'm going to buy a mansion, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to give people money, I'm going to buy my family a house, blah, 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 blah. Cool. A week passes, still buying stuff, still kind of happy. A month passes. You're already coming to terms with it. You're like, okay, I'm wealthy now. Life, this is life. I'm wealthy. What can I say? A few more months pass and you're like, okay, well, this is life now. And you have an abundance of materialistic stuff now. You have an abundance of everything, and you then take that for granted. So you're after winning the lottery, but you're taking it for granted. And we treat time in the same way. What we have in abundance, we take for granted. The same with health. I hope that you are right now healthy watching this video. I'm healthy. I hope so. But if I was not healthy, and if you weren't healthy, then you would not have on your foremost priority to win the lottery or to have a lot of money or to achieve an insane amount of wealth. You'd say, I want health, man. What can I do to be healthy? Yourself, when you're in pain, you just don't care about anything else. You just want the pain to end. If you have a broken arm, you're like, oh fuck, my arm is broken. You just can't wait to let it heal. You just want health. This is our priority. But once we have health, we as humans, we can distinguish our priorities quite well. But once we have health, the next priority then is wealth for us. For some it's family, for some it's wealth. Those two are tricky. But so let's say right now, our priority is wealth. Us healthy people watching this video, wealth. We want wealth. Okay, cool. What do we want wealth for? Well, we want wealth to be comfortable in life, right? We want comfort. Even though this is also a contradictory subject, it's you want comfort, but then you want to get out of your comfort zone whenever you're too comfortable. So there has to be a balance too. But this is not a video about balance or comfort or anything like that. So I'm going to share a concept with you that is going to help you to reach your goals a little bit quicker. And it's going to maybe give you a bit more discipline, drive, power, motivation, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the simple principle of thinking in terms of time instead of thinking about wealth. Think about how much time you require for what you love to do, your leisurely activities, your passion. What do you like to do as a human being, and how much time do you need for that? So we all pick different jobs and different things that we like to do. Like I said, we're all individual. So it is very important for us to pick something that we love to do for that wealth in order to actually be happy in life. Because most of us, we choose to actually do some things that we do not like to do for money in order to live a somewhat comfortable lifestyle. Now, this can also work, but I'll explain how. So let's say you think in terms of time, and let's say I would tell you right now, okay, you do 100 hours of cleaning toilets, like scooping poop out of toilets and putting into bin bags and tying them up, like 100 hours continuously of doing that, and you will get 100,000, right? Which is like a really good amount for this actual job. I would do it. But so I'm telling you this, and then I'll tell you, but it'll take you 1,000 hours to reach the same $100,000 doing something that you love. Now, this is a debate of what you'd like to do. Now, how valuable is 100 hours of your life? How valuable is this to you? Would you rather spend 100 hours doing this job that you don't like scooping poop into bags, like smelly poop? Or would you rather do 1,000 hours of something that you like doing? I don't know what you like doing, but obviously you like doing something. I hope it's not playing video games or anything, or scrolling media. But do 1,000 hours of that, you get the same amount. What do you choose? And let me know in the comments, because it's quite interesting for me to find out. Because it's 10 times the amount of time that it will take you to get this amount. So what do you do? Well, personally, I would choose to do something that I love to do. Because if I choose something that I love to do, and that I'm spending my time happy, then the time is not as noticeable. I'm not actually spending time in agony or spending time in a bad mood or anything. I'm just literally doing what I like to do. I'm living life. It's as simple as that. I'm trying to figure out the way to say this, but I'm just living life. I'm happy. I'm not in pain. I'm not doing anything bad for my mental health. I'm in a good place. I would rather do that. And the thing is, we are not in a position to have this choice where you have 100,000 to 100 hours of work of cleaning poop, or 1,000 hours. We do not get given this choice in a realistic sense. What happens is we choose things that we do not like to do for pretty much the same amount of wealth. And to me, this is the most idiotic thing that anybody can do. There's no point. You're going to spend your time doing things you do not like to then have what? More time to do things that you do not like? Because let's face it, most of the people, they waste time regardless. You finish your job, or you finish school in your case, or whatever it is, and you may say, I don't like it. I don't like work, I don't like school. And then you go home and you do nothing. You waste time. So this should scare you. And this should scare you to a point that you should figure out what you love to do. This should be on your foremost priorities right now, is to find out what you love to do. Because otherwise, you're going to waste time. You're not going to give in this choice of 100 hours doing this or 1,000 hours doing this. It's not going to be a choice in your life. You have to pick and choose and find out what you love doing in life, and then turn that into a career. Turn that into something that you can contribute to society. Because this way you're going to live life and you'll be happy. It's as simple as that. How do you find something that you like doing, that you love doing, that you don't feel you do this thing and it feels like you've spent 10 hours on it, but it feels like you've only spent an hour doing the thing because you love doing it. Time just passes like that. How do you find out what you like doing? Well, it's about trying things. It's about taking risks in life. And the truth is, the younger you are right now, the easier it will seem, or it will be, to take risks. The more that we age, the more that we go into the depths of life, the more difficult it becomes to take risks in life. And that makes it more difficult to actually pick something that we love doing. So if you're young watching this video, your priority should not be wealth. It should not be any of these things. It should be prioritizing your time efficiently and finding what you love doing. Because then you're going to spend the rest of your life happy. Thinking in terms of Thinking in terms of time is going to be a better alternative to you than thinking in terms of money, because it's a conversion. Time is basically wealth, right? The time that you have right now, it can be converted into the wealth. Same way the time that you have right now, it can be converted into happiness by you doing what you love doing. Now, I'll tell you a simple little study that I've just heard today. So, I live in Ireland, right? And in this country, we earn on average like $20 an hour. And $20 an hour is like an amount that is quite average across the world. So, well, excluding third world countries, unfortunately. But this is an amount that we earn. And people have been asked this question: how much would you value spending time with family? In terms of like value, like as in money. How much would you value spending an hour of time with your family? And most people said, well, 50 euros, $50. Okay. And now, how much time, like quality time, like 1 hour of quality time with your children, how much do you value that? Well, double, 100. So, if that's how people are thinking, I mean, I don't have any children, but I can only imagine that this would be the same case for me. That I would value an hour of quality time with my children so much more than whatever I'm getting from my job. You know, whatever it is, like on average 20 euros or $20, whatever. You really have to prioritize your time. Do not take it for granted. Do not think that, oh, I have an abundance of time, you know, I'm still young. No, I mean, just figure out what you love doing, and then time will be more simple to navigate. This is about it. Thinking in terms of time rather than money is definitely a superior choice. It's going to help you make the better decisions in life. And it's going to clear that mental confusion that is, oh, I want more wealth, I want more wealth. Because if you achieve more wealth, then you're going to have, oh, and then what? You have this, and then what? It's never ending. Wealth is a never-ending rat race, or whatever you want to call it. The more you have, the more you want. Now that you do not have it, this is what you want. But, like I said, our priorities as humans, they shift. If we acquire a certain thing, we do not appreciate it. We take it for granted. But one thing that we should not take for granted is time. Because this is the most limited thing we have on this earth. Once time runs out, it runs out. And then there's nothing you can do about it. So, if money runs out, you can, get more by spending time. So this is why you should really spend time working on what you love doing. This is it for me. I hope that you understood what I meant to say. If you want more individual advice or an individual approach to your problems that you may have, I offer coaching calls in the description below. If you enjoyed watching the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot to the algorithm and just to basically grow the channel. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope that you manage your time correctly. Peace.